Islanders with clinical care that compares with any facility in America. Care that emphasizes the needs of the patient and the family. It's just one part of Long Island's most comprehensive rehabilitation facility. Call us at 516-968-3330. That's 516-968-3330 to learn about our complete range of inpatient and outpatient programs for physical rehabilitation and sports medicine. At Southside, a new beginning is close to home. Southside Hospital is part of the North Shore Long Island Jewish Health System.
Here's a radical thought. You buy something you want, you get something you need. Picture this. You're walking by a pet shop. You spot this incredibly cute doggy in the window. Yeah, the one with the waggly tail. You've just got to have man's best friend, even though you're a woman.
I'll take him.
So you whip out your Shell MasterCard from Chase, pay for the little guy, and when you get back to your car, there's this Shell tank truck driver filling your car with free Shell gasoline.
For me?
Yes, ma'am. You used your Shell MasterCard from Chase.
What a concept. You buy something you want, you get something you need. So now you need a bigger refrigerator because you got to buy more meat for the dog. What do you use?
Here's my Shell MasterCard from Chase.
And I'll be right outside, ma'am, with more free Shell gasoline.
Okay, so maybe a big Shell tank truck doesn't really follow you around filling your car, but you can earn more free gasoline with a Shell MasterCard than any other credit card. So use it for stuff you need or just stuff you want. Use it a lot, because there's no limit to the free Shell gasoline you can earn. Some charges may apply. See rebate terms and conditions. The Shell MasterCard from Chase. It's the easy way to keep earning unlimited free Shell gasoline.
I did.
Smart lady.
Are you ready for the top 10 of the top 20 oldies countdown at CBS-FM? August 15th, 1966, number 10. Down 4 places from number 6 last week, featuring the Bad Boys of Rock and Roll, who released a single that got airplay on both sides, but this became the A-hit side and another top 10 tune for our English friends on the London label, the Rolling Stones with Mother's Little Helper on the
Top 20 Countdown. Bob Shannon plays your favorite oldies on CBS-FM.
What a drag it is getting old. Hey!
Number 10 this week in 1966, the flip side of Lady Jane became the hit side, Mother's Little Helper, and the Rolling Stones at CBS-FM 101.1. At number 9, up 5 notches from 14 last week, a Southern California band that also had a two-sided hit, with this along with the other side, God Only Knows, on the Capitol label. Here's number 9 in your countdown today. The Beach Boys with Wouldn't It Be Nice?
Wouldn't it be nice if
The 9th biggest record in New York City, August 15th, 1966, as CBS-FM remembers the Beach Boys and Wouldn't It Be Nice? Now, number 8, it's up 2 notches from 10 last week, a singer from Atlanta who scored with a bunch of pop hits and debuted with a number 1 song called Sheila in the summer of '62 and the summer of '66. He was still on the ABC Paramount label, this time with a little bubblegum. Sweet Pea, Tommy Rowe at CBS-FM.
Oh, sweet pea, come on and dance with me. Won't you be my girl?
Tommy Rowe and Sweet Pea at CBS-FM, number 8 this week in the Top 20 Oldies Countdown with Bob Shannon. Now number 7 is up 9 spots from number 16 last week, and it's one of 12 number 1 national pop hits for the Motown girl group that was honored by induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1988. This would start a run of 4 consecutive chart toppers in 1966 and 67 on the Motown label. The Supremes, number 7, You Can't Hurry Love at CBS-FM.
I need love to ease. Hurry, love. No, you just have
You Can't Hurry Love, number 7, and the Supremes at CBS-FM 101.1 with Bob Shannon. We'll go back to Motown for number 6, too. Right up. Now up 2 places from number 8 last week and peaking on the chart here at number 6. It's Stevie Wonder, who turned to a 1963 Peter, Paul and Mary hit and a Bob Dylan anthem that was as socially conscious in 1966 as it had been 3 years earlier on the Tamla label. Stevie Wonder, Blowing in the Wind.
Blowing, 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 it's blowing.
Stevie Wonder, number 6 at CBS-FM this week in 1966, and Blowing in the Wind. Now number 5, down 1 notch from 4 last week. A Dallas, Texas group that specialized in, I guess you'd call them novelty hits, starting with their debut tune, Wooly Bully, on the MGM label, Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs with Little Red Riding Hood.
Oh! Who's that I see walking in these woods?
Sam DeSham and the Pharaohs. Little Red Riding Hood, number 5 at CBS-FM as we count them down from August 15th, 1966. 32 years ago today, this is number 4. It's down 2 notches from number 2 last week. The New York City group that rode the jug band music sound up the charts during a 5-year run that produced 7 top 10 national hits, this more in a hard rock vein, but it was originally a poem written at Lawrenceville Academy in New Jersey by a young guy named Mark Sebastian. And it's rumored that he submitted this to the class he had to write the poem for, and he got an F on it. Well, his brother John turned that situation around when he turned it into a song called Summer in the City on the Kama Sutra label. The Lovin' Spoonful with number 4 this week at CBS-FM. We'll come back with song number 3. By the way, Summer in the City, I wanted to mention, had dropped from number 2 to number 4 this week on the charts. The next week, it would shoot back up and become the number 1 hit in New York City the week following this week's countdown. Anyway, coming up next at number 3, a gentleman who left the country for pop and soul music. He's on the way at CBS-FM in the Top 20 Oldies Countdown, sponsored in part by Bloomingdale's. Bob Shannon here with song number 3 for the second week, a singer from Nashville who was one of the few African Americans to appear at the Grand Ole Opry when he was a young guy about 12 years old, and he worked with Roy Acuff's Smoky Mountain Boys. Well, he turned back to pop and soul music in 1966 and got himself a near number 1 hit with this on the Phillips label. Bobby Hebb with Sunny at CBS-FM.
Sunny, yesterday my life was filled with rain.
New York's oldies station with Bob Shannon. People have been calling and saying, what happened to Elvis Presley? I mean, this is supposed to be the Elvis weekend. Well, he shows up indirectly in our number 2 song. It's down 1 place from number 1 last week, and it features an English group whose lead singer used Elvis's last name, even though his given name, his last name was Ball. He changed it to Presley. Reg Presley is his new name on this record, and an act that would only last about 2 years before they ended their chart career, but they debuted with this number 1 hit in the summer of '66 on 2 record labels, on Fontana and Atco. The Trogs, number 2, Wild Thing at CBS-FM.
Wild thing. Wild thing.
Penned by New York songwriter Chip Taylor, brother of John Voight, went Hands Across the Water to the Trogs in 1966. And it's number 2 this week in the CBS-FM Top 20 Oldies Countdown. Well, before I, Bob Shannon, get out of here, let me give you the top 5 albums this day in 1966. Number 5 was the soundtrack for Dr. Zhivago. Number 4, Frank Sinatra, Strangers in the Night. The 3rd biggest LP was the Herb Alpert and Tijuana Brass, What Now, My Love. Aftermath by the Rolling Stones was number 2 on the album charts, and the number 1 LP, The Beatles, Yesterday and Today. Special thanks going out to our producers, Mel Phillips, Jeff Mazie, and Chris Angelo, and also, as usual, to our good friends Tom Natoli and Fred Clemens for all their assistance. Heard. And coming in at number 1 on August 15th, 1966, up 4 notches from number 5 last week, a group from Paterson, New Jersey, who only went to number 3 on the national pop chart, but they hit number 1 here for 1 week in New York City with this tune that would become a back-to-school anthem and had been in the 1950s in the original version by the Tempos. On the BT Puppy label, it's The Happenings, number 1, with See You in September. Until Monday at 3, Bob Shannon, be seeing you.
I'll be alone each and every night.